Hey, how's it going? I think I'm actually gonna extend the nose a bit. The bow. I'm just looking at it going like, if you bring a 1x2 down from here, see, even if you bring it down on that angle, it drops you really far down here. And there's obviously a lot more room in the front. Well, it not really is there. Well, that's twos, and then I guess I probably should go twos back as well instead of fours. It kind of feels like it comes down too far though. I get the feeling that you would bring it down to this first floor and then you would start going back in. It feels too high, this piece. Like there's too much angle here. I think even that is too much. But I don't know if I want to bring it forwards more. If I bring it forwards more, then this pillar on the angle will be able to sort of have its own clear path. I think I should move this piece forwards, like the very tip of the bow. I don't really think there's anything that needs to go in front of it, but even bringing it forwards, if I give myself like 2 or 3 blocks before the front, that should be enough leeway to like fix anything. I want to try and get rid of this piece of the pillar so that it can just be a pillar. It can just exist as a support structure and not part of the bow. Now, does that screw up this section? Most likely. What it's gonna do is force me to start with the twos much earlier. I don't know, is that a good thing though? We're going from we're becoming a less stubby ship. Oh yeah, okay. I can live with that. I'm more interested about having more 2x2 wedges along the front so it's not such a stubby little boat. Why does that angle come so far down as well? Does it need to go all the way down? So I think I'll give myself, what is that, 4? Yeah, I think it makes sense to have a flat piece of 4 through here. It allows this bottom segment where it starts wedging up to come forwards. Oh god damn, what's happening? Like some of it's just not working. Am I off center? What's happened? What have I done? What have I done? Crap, what have I done? What? Damn it. I've goofed. I used the wrong wedges. Oh no. Aha. Ha 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 ha. I think that's it. So we've got 3 blocks to the very front. I need a better color scheme for this. Does that look right? Does that look more correct? There's something not quite right about this. It's like in this section here where it goes from this 1x4, which I think this is actually a 1x2 wedge down, and then suddenly flat. Also, what do ships like this with the helipad on the front do about a mast? Do they have a retractable mast, or do they just like, do you just move it further back away from the helipad? I think they just move it further away. It's very narrow, isn't it? For like its height and its length, it's quite narrow. No. Oh dear. So I have to make it wider. I could make it wider. When you look at it from the front, it just seems not wide enough. But when you kind of get on an angle, I guess you can't really tell how wide it is from these angles. Making it wider would, well, actually, it would allow me to bring the wedges down more along the sides here, and then it would just make the lower walkways a bit longer, wouldn't it? Doesn't really do anything to make it wider. Let's see if I can get away without making it wider, and then I will make it wider when it rolls over. Okay, so now that I've got the front, I would say more or less sorted out. It's not really too much I can do to change it anyway. Like, there's no massive variations that I could do to make it significantly different. It's just going to be little bits and pieces make it slightly different, so there's no real point in spending too much longer on the front and the bow. Little bow wow. I want to see what it does in the water, because I do think it's got to be wider. It didn't sink. Does it roll over? Yeah. The amount of width that I can add to it, I don't think is enough to stop it from rolling over. Let's start at the back and get this crane moved over to its final position. I'm gonna say that this cab is probably the right width. And the counterweight, I'm gonna no counterweight. I don't like that kind of spool looking thing right now. And I need to flip. I'm basically flipping the whole crane. But I don't need to flip the ring, I just need to flip like the cab and the walkways. Cut this, flip it, and now it's trying to kill the ring. No, it's not trying to kill the ring. Merge everything back. Oh no. Yeah, I think so. I think that's how that goes. So now I should be able to take this whole, should be able to grab the whole crane and actually attach it to the deck. Do you think I need to put it on top of something, or should I just put some oh my goodness. Look at this, it's so close. I can't do that. It's got to be higher up. And I probably don't want to move it too much closer. But I might be able to move it across. I'm going to go with three blocks gap down the side. 5 is probably what I would have preferred, but then it's maybe not really necessary. Okay, that's where the crane will go. So it's definitely going to roll over. We're going to create a new vehicle here and paste the crane. Damn it, I didn't cut. I want to cut the whole crane out and paste it into a new vehicle and then see how much it weighs. And then I'll have a better understanding of how much weight needs to go on the other side of the ship to kind of negate the crane's weight completely. Okay, and the mass of just the crane is 4,619. 4,619. How am I going to get 4,619 worth of mass? Let me write that number down. 4,619. Somewhere that has to go on that side of the ship. And doing that makes me feel like the deck isn't wide enough. I think I'd be happier if it were wider. I feel like it should be a bit wider, but maybe not this wide. So the way to like determine its overall width then I think should be using container sizes, or you know, some kind of standard. So if I go out, that's the middle, and then come out 5, should be 11 across. So that's ISO. Then if we use a 3 block space and then do another 11 and then another 11. See, well, what I should do is bring it right up to here and then maybe give myself 5 so that there's like walking space. So this here should be where it comes to. I lose some of the storage area on the right because it's where the crane will be. I think that might work actually. Where's my segment? Okay. How am I gonna find out? This is where I need to be, and this is where the edge is currently. So if I just cut this, I should be able to shimmy this until, yep, these two here line up. Man, that's only 2 blocks. It's only 2 blocks. Urgh. Is it worth readjusting everything for 2 blocks? Well, 4. What am I doing, you guys? That's 3 containers. 11. Oh, yeah. Okay. So when I'm putting a container right down there, it's basically no walking space. So it needs to come across another, like, ideally I would like it to come across 3 more, I think. Okay. Now what that does is it gives me like a path straight down the middle. If I do it where the container is, you'll be able to see. So here's 3. Then here is, if I do it where the crane is, see I can't put anything in here essentially. Below the cab kind of becomes off limits. So do I just like not have a container space there, and then I've got another slot over here? Oh man, this is driving me nuts. I'm just looking at it now going, that's too wide. It's the only time it ever looks narrow is on the front, because the front tapers down. When you look at it from the back, this looks much too wide. Let me just undo everything I just did. Woo! We're just gonna run it like this, and I will figure out a way to add all that weight in. All of these pillory things will need to move as well. I was kind of thinking it might be nice if there was like a walkway, a covered walkway that separates where the deck space is and where you can walk around the edge without like with no risk of being crushed. If I just brought it out another 2, yeah, does that make sense? Then you've got like quite a big space for walking below, and I think even bringing this up so that it's a lot taller than it needs to be, because it's not I'm not linking it up with any kind of walkways anymore. Like that was a plan I think I had. If I just bring it up, chuck a wedge on here maybe, and then what I'd like to do is drop the section down, so it'll be like, or put in a little thing. Then you'll trip on that though. That's a tripping hazard. No tripping hazards should be allowed. What I should do is like make a little pipe rail thing and just kind of run that down the length with some gaps in between where you can exit in and out, and that way you know you've got this essentially covered walkway. Bring this out. No, don't bring that out. Maybe. Bring that out. I think I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 container's length in the middle, or width in the middle, and then one on the sides, and then you've still got 3 to like walk around on the deck to do your work, and then a safe walking working walking space. I think this is going to interfere with the crane again though, now that I've brought it up higher. Almost certainly. Oh dear. Oh dear. We have to move the crane. I know I need at least 3 and then a pipe. So it's basically 5 from the outer wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 1. Oh. That's where the pipes would intersect, which like makes sense. Should I just send it up 1 or 2 then? And that way the stairs and stuff will clear over it. So that bottom section here doesn't rotate, so that's okay. We can just cut straight into there. Oh, I should move it. No, it's fine. I was gonna say I should move it one across so that I can fit this in, but that will go right by it. All of these are gonna have to be moved and replaced anyway. I should probably just cut this whole line across here. All of that will need redoing. Get rid of that. Do you think? Maybe? What I wanted to do was like drop the deck, the middle part of the deck down. It doesn't seem like that's really a good idea, because it would be a tripping hazard. And we can't have that. No tripping hazards for me. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, god damn it. So where this door is just going to get narrower because I need to bring it in through here. The only other option would be to move some of these staircases and shift the door across. I reckon I'm going to use these 1x2s going up here as a way to it'll be where my engine exhaust stack things poke out. That'd be my guess. So I think what we'll do, we'll get rid of this door frame. Most of this can go. And then if we're just saying, okay, there's going to be these walkway things like pretty much all the way along, come back and replace all these longer pipe segments with a XML stretched pipe. And then we want a door so that there's like just a normal door if you want to go into the cargo hold. Normal door. And from here, I should be able to figure out where these pipes start, which will then indicate where these little gusset things come out. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, it all needs to shimmy down 1, I think. Maybe 2. I think I like to have a pipe at the end of the wall, connected to the wall. Maybe not connected to the wall. So that means you can't just like walk out the door and fall in front of whatever's coming out the big hangar door. You have to kind of like walk out and be like, oh yeah, there's stuff going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there you go. I've got my guardrails all the way down. Then I can just copy them onto the other side exactly where they are. So it should be 3 blocks across. It'll be interesting when it comes into the crane here. Ooh. I mean, this is where the hole would be, so I'm okay with that. This would then go to there, and we'll do a little bit of I'll run the pipes into the crane's base a little bit for symmetry reasons. Oh yeah, I can do this. I can get rid of those two, and then put my XML pipe through here, and then stretch a wedge over to it, because it's not really important that this part of the crane be watertight. I feel like I didn't explain that properly. If I don't, nope, I'm giving up. I need to move all these staircases across and probably spin the very bottom one around. So basically just these two in the middle. Helps if you grab them all. So all of this will go across quite a fair bit actually. And then we take this staircase and it just comes and gets tacked on here. Boop. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it, I think, yeah. And so the whole door, oh, here's a new problem. The staircase shoots you out in front of the garage door, cargo bay door, cargo hold door. That is a safety hazard. Should I put it all back? Should I just put it all back? It'd be better if the staircase went up from here, then up the other way. Maybe I need to flip that whole thing around. Or is the cargo bay not actually need to be, does it not need such a massive door? How big does the door need to be? Or how wide? What if I just make it as wide as the starter base? Because that's kind of the stuff that I want to be putting in here. It's currently 17 wide. I would realistically want to be putting another one of these pipes over here then. Let's get rid of this door. This needs to be rebuilt anyway. I'm trying to find some kind of middle ground between having the stairs back where I had them originally, because I kind of like that they were more central, and this kind of staircase that goes up there, making it face the other direction so that I don't have to worry about health and safety. You know what though, there's a wall through here, right? The space below here doesn't necessarily need to belong to any room, so the stairs could come down through here. Yeah, what do you think about that? This way I can just like carry on my rail. I can just stop here, go all the way across. And so if you want to come up onto these upper decks, you actually have to walk through this section here, and then somewhere in the side we'll have the that kind of ramp exit, and then there would be maybe a wall like this, and that gives you access into the cargo hold, which is now massive. Realistically, I'd bring that wall across though, because I don't know if you need this particular spot behind there. This is the hardest part so far, making sure these stairs work. So yeah, I want some way for you to get from down here up to there, and I think I really want to do my stairs like this. It just doesn't leave much room for anything else. I think there should be a staircase and not a ladder up to the top, because it's kind of like it's, I would say, heavily implied that it's a walkable area. Don't really want this staircase to hang too far off the back though, and I don't want to do an internal staircase because that brings you directly onto the bridge. Okay, I'm going to asymmetricalize this. We're going to lose 2 windows, I think. I'm thinking 2 windows is the price to pay. This will go across. That didn't work well. The door can basically stay where it is. It's just allocating some space for the staircase. The staircase will want to carry on. So like this corner needs to be able to wrap around itself. I think we'll go right up against there. And then we've got to come up a couple extra steps. Boop, boop, boop. And then we have a platform. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, that sucked big time. But let me show you how this is supposed to work. Let's start right here. We've got walkways all the way along the side, which is actually quite nice. You can move pretty quickly until you get stuck. I wonder if I like lift that up and put a single block below it and then some wedges, and that way you might like bounce off them. Let me try that real quick because I can change this pretty easily. Okay, so here's how it was, just with these just these little gusset things, right? I see these on a lot of fishing boats and tugboats, and I think they look really cool, but like in Stormworks, what an actual pain in the ass, running into them all the time. So here we have like a bouncing kind of thing. Yeah, like I can run diagonally into them, and they'll just kind of push me away. It definitely doesn't look as nice. The other option would just be use pyramids on them, but then I don't think that's going to look very nice either. I think these pipe barriers are really good, and having a roof over you, it's like, yep, this is where you can safely hang out in the back of the deck. It's a nice safe space. Nothing's going to fall on you from the crane. You're not going to be out getting crushed or anything. Come in here and now you're in the cargo hold, which will probably get walled off through here. Big door, big garage door if I want to try and put something in here. And then there will be a hole in the wall here most likely. Maybe even a rescue zone. Then you've got stairs up, and possibly it would go back a little bit and then a wall and a door. So I might want to even turn this area on this floor into like the hospital area, because then it's only one staircase up, you know, like you get rescued up the staircase into the hospital, or the hospital would be just behind here next to the cargo hold. So split it in half, cargo hold on the left, hospital on the right next to the rescue zone. Other than that, you come up here, another deck, which might be like living quarters or something. Need to close that off. Go up again, another deck for something, up again. We've got the bridge, and then if you go up again, access to the helipad. No ladders is the key here. Ladders would be such a pain in the ass, and getting around this was something I was a bit concerned about, because it's like, it's a bit narrow here. It'd be nice if I could maybe push the staircase back a bit more, so that this rail maybe is directly in line with that, and then I could use some diagonals or something there. And then yeah, everything, I hit something here. Everything kind of works the same as before. This is a little bit pushed out. That actually feels pretty good. I don't know if the microcontroller is not connected for my crane. Let me connect that. Oh yeah, I started lifting the crane up, so the crane's probably gonna have to come out one, so that I can put this kind of detailed gussety stuff on the inside here without blocking off the walkway. But the idea would be go in, somehow get up here, probably a stair or a ladder, get onto this, walk around, open this seat, And good to go. I would suspect that this would be the orientation you would use to pick things up, so that you're not putting too much weight on the other side. And it's good to see that it can actually reach the whole way across, like pretty much everywhere right up to the end of the deck on the other side, so that's a good sign. I'm wondering if I should be able to lift the first segment up higher, because that is kind of how you're supposed to use a crane. You want to have it as vertical above you, vertical above the base. If I'm doing this, maybe I need another crane, a smaller crane, or I'm just going to have to be careful to position it on the other side. Bonk. Yeah, that's not good. I think even though I had to extend this flat part of the window and shimmy it across, make it a bit more asymmetrical, you've still got a pretty good view from here. It's not really hampered too much by being a bit smaller. Like, this is still kind of a crap view. It's like, whatever, you'll figure it out. Put some cameras on there and some displays and you'll be fine. I didn't even get to do any rooms today. I'm just sorting out all these ladders and stairs and things. Now that all the stairs are basically in place, I still need to like move this bit a little bit. I need to move this staircase a little bit and finish off some of the walls and such. But generally I think all the stairs are in their final-ish place and it all kind of makes sense. So I should be able to start putting in rooms. I don't think I really need the cargo bay door to be any bigger than that. It could come across so that it opens just underneath the staircase, but that's only one block extra. I should probably put like a bollard or something. Maybe some bollards across the back here. I think what I've ended up with is pretty good though. It's a little bit of a maze, but it is kind of a big ship, so maybe you'd expect that from it. And that's all I've got. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.